All right, guys, so today we're going to be breaking down this kind of stutter go right here by Brandon Ayuk. We're going to talk about how this indicator on the route is what got this DB to jump and then how he can accelerate upfield on this thing, okay? So let's watch it again. So he snaps down, pushes vertical, and then is going to catch this ball over the top, okay? So now what we're going to talk about here is when he's closing the gap with this DB, right? On a normal curl route, I would not like the technique on this route because you see how he starts to pick his chest up here and starts to slow down, right? What we call that is an indicator, but in this situation, guys, I like it because we're trying to get this DB to drive on this curl all day long. Now, here's the deal with this. This DB drives on the curl when he's got help underneath from this either strong safety walk down or linebacker playing this hook to curl zone, right? So he could have played the fade. He could have stayed over the top a little bit more, didn't have to turn his hips so soon and then work on drive and then focus on driving on this thing. He could have played the fade a little bit more because he knows he's got help underneath. He could have stayed over the top and stayed disciplined. So that's the issue with the DB here. But what draws this DB in is you see how he starts to pick up his chest, right? If this DB's looking at his hips and he starts to see him raise up, he starts to see this receiver raise up, he's going to be thinking a break's coming. And then sure enough, what happens, he drops his hips, right? And then when we drop my hips, this DB wants to make a break on the ball, so he's going to end up stopping his feet here. And then I got to be able to go from 0 to 100 and pump my arms and drive, initiate the contact. Don't be afraid of the contact and get my head around. That's a great route here by Ayuk. Let's watch it full speed again one more time. So kind of raise that chest, give an indicator, and you got to drop those hips aggressively, right? So you got to attack the DB, raise up, drop the hips, get a reaction out of him, get him to stop his feet. Great route here by Ayuk.